Let me start with the whys of investing abroad. I think the most important reason everybody, I have three reasons for it actually. See, the first reason is the fixed income. I remember doing my own FDs at double digit, my parents' FDs at double digit, national savings certificate at double digits. Fixed income yields used to be so high that you never needed to do any investment outside India. It was so good for us for a long period of time. And the last big opportunity I got it in India was when there was a windfall of tax-free bonds, and I don't know why we got those rates, whatever we got, holding on to those tax-free bonds. But can you see this trend line? Can you see that
Yeah.
people remember that 2000 year of
Yeah, I
2000
know
when it was
because if I
4%
would
on 10 years?
say in 2000, I started my career in wealth management with HDFC Bank in 2008, 9. Even at that time, when we were there, it was giving at around 9%. 10 senior citizen के लिए तो
Yeah,
10 साढ़े 10 11% का आपका रिटर्न होता था. And now we are at zilch, nothing.
5%. Now, 5% doesn't worry me. When inflation is 6, 7, 8%, and your interest rates are 5%, basically the value of money is falling. You're not able to maintain your purchasing power also. But this chart just tell me that as economy becomes a little bit more mature, it is very difficult for interest rates to rise. And when interest rates don't rise, the one pillar of your investment, the fixed income investments, actually needs to be rethinked. What should we do with this kind of investment? But clearly, fixed income is not the space where you can hide anymore. This everybody knows who've sent their kids abroad to study or who've gone for vacation after second, third years. Indian currency has depreciated by 50% in the last 15 years. Now, it doesn't happen every year that we do it 3%, 3.5%. Indian currency has a problem that it doesn't move anywhere for 2, 3 years, and suddenly in 1 year it moves 10, 15%. I have
Mm-hmm.
a longer dated chart also for 30 years also. I have it from 1995 on my Bloomberg, and the average depreciation is 3%. So even if you were not keeping, even if you were keeping your money in US dollar, which is the reserve currency of the world, forget US dollar, even if you were keeping money in gold, you would have maintained the purchasing value of your currency. Think
True.
about if your kids are going to go abroad for studies, and most of our kids are going to go abroad for studies if they don't get into IITs and IIMs. I know that thing for sure. Then where is the nest egg? The nest egg cannot be in Indian rupee. You have to think from 10 years down the line, my currency would have reduced in value by 30, 35%. What do I do? I need more Indian rupee to maintain to send him abroad for studies. But studies is one part. If you would have just kept your money in US dollar and not done anything in any bank in US, you would have made 3% per year without taking any risk. Just put
True.
any in any of the banks. This just
True.
tells you that the purchasing value of Indian rupee continues to fall year after year.